Hey everybody, so Synchronicities. Some of you guys probably know, maybe some of you don't, but Sound of Freedom, the new movie with Jim Caviezel, him playing Tim Ballard, who is a real life human being who's got an organization called the Underground Railroad that's all about rescuing children from sex trafficking. And the movie came out July 4th. If you didn't notice, also there was quite a few. I think there was at least 3 shootings here in America, all around July 4th weekend or July Independence Day, same time that this movie was released. And I don't believe in accidents, so these things are connected. I mean, my hat goes. I do think that Jim Caviezel, Mel Gibson, part of me was a little iffy. I don't know. The way he talks, it just seemed a little strange. But he's revealing secrets that are putting his life in jeopardy, and his family and everybody's connected with. So it's okay to be a little apprehensive. That's anyway. Maybe he's not, but if he is, I totally get it. But I just want to bring to you guys' attention that, like, going after these things, that is a very beautiful thing that you guys are doing. But again, this is spiritual warfare, so there's going to be a counter. There's going to be repercussions. There's going to be reverberation to you guys going after. I mean, as a drug addict, I know these things. This is like the drug to these people. So you guys are going after their drugs, these things that they've been addicted to. I've heard that, like, these people in Hollywood that do all this shit, they refer to these kids, they value them. That's the currency. That's what they use to trade. That's more than gold. That's the thing that they want. That's their main fucking desire, is to get that fucking adrenochrome rush high energy from these kids, however the fuck they do it. So you have to, like, as a drug addict, if you're really addicted to drugs and you got people who are coming after your fucking stash, and your stash is being threatened to be taken completely fucking away, you're going to go crazy. You're going to do whatever the fuck you can to protect your shit, and to also, I mean, especially if you're, you know, of the nefarious nature, you're going to probably retaliate in a very malevolent manner. But they still have to play the cards of the NWO and come in as the saviors. So these are going to be things that are done without the appearance of looking like they're actually doing anything. So it's going to go back to corporations. The more that we push on this, the more they're going to pull the infrastructure out from under our feet. Because they're the ones that are in charge of all these big energy companies, all these big food companies, all these big water companies, all these big media companies. All these big companies are controlled and working together with them. This is why we need our own infrastructure. We need to be able to feed the people and to provide our own services, so that when we continue and to go after these people in a very massive way, when they pull the plug on us, we'll be okay. And we'll also be able to offer these victims of these abuses and all these atrocities a real place to heal and to rehabilitate. Because, like, in the time that we're living in, you got enough normal people going fucking crazy. Like, they need specific, specialized attention and a place to truly heal and get away from all this crazy bullshit. They need to be closer to nature. They need to be around people with a lot of love in their heart and a lot of care, that know how to deal with this type of, maybe even have experienced this type of trauma, and can help work people through these things. But the more that they're around the cities and all this death energy and all this bullshit energy, the harder it's going to be for them to heal. Not to mention, people can still get kidnapped all the time. Now, the reason why I don't think we hear a lot about it in the news is because a lot of these people are immigrants and refugees. And it's interesting how the FBI federal building I was at, they said it was an immigration. And it's like, if the feds are totally involved in all this shit, then it would make sense that they would use buildings like that without any titles, claiming to be immigration offices, as funnel points for these operations. So if they have that type of control over federal buildings and the president and who they put in there, and they're able to rig all these, I mean, this all goes back to BlackRock and having trillions of dollars. This is why at some point you got to give them what they've earned, and because they've earned it. They've done a lot of fucking work. They've worked their asses off to get where they're at. Okay, well, we've been just trying to chase our own fucking money and our own dreams and our own family and our own love and our own indulgences. They've been busy as fuck with their malevolent plan, and now they're at the climax of unleashing hell on earth. And there is a pushback. There are good human beings who came here with that mission to push, not just good human beings, but human beings in general, but there's those among us who have maybe a little bit more connection to love or goodness, whatever the fuck you want to call it, who have been pushing back. People like Tim Ballard and Jim Caviezel, Mel Gibson, and there's many others, okay? And some of them aren't even on the internet or anything like this, but we're pushing back. We have to expect, just strategically, militaristically, you have to expect your enemy to do something. It's like in chess. You don't just take a pawn without thinking about what else is going on the board. So if we're going to go, again, as a drug addict, as I can relate to this, like, especially, I'm the drug addict, doesn't want to hurt people, but these people clearly have no problem hurting people. So you got to put that in the mindset too. You have to throw that into the equation and realize that you're going after people's drugs that they're dependent on, that they use to get by, they value more than gold. That is their most high currency. You're threatening to take that away from them. And they're the ones that are holding the keys to all of these things that make these infrastructures and cities run. So, all right, anyway, just things to think about, guys. Love y'all. Bye.